Hi, have you ever looked at something that everyone else accepts and wondered, what if there's a better way? Many years ago, I was preparing students for actuarial exams. The traditional approach was pretty straightforward. Read the material, study the formulas, and if time, work problems and take practice exams. There was nothing wrong with that approach. But I became curious. What if we focus more on practicing rather than passive reading? And a professor friend of mine went one step further and asked, what if the difficulty of the questions could adjust to the student's skill level? What if students spent less time on questions that were too easy or impossibly difficult and more time in that zone where real learning happens? And at that time, these were not answers, these were questions. Questions that eventually led to an idea. And that idea became a company called Coaching Actuaries. And one of the tools that we developed was called Adapt. The goal was simple: help students practice in a way that was consistent with their current skill set. In short, it was focused practice. And looking back, I realized that Coaching Actuaries did not begin with expertise, it began with curiosity, a willingness to challenge assumptions, wondering whether things could be done differently, a desire to explore possibilities that did not yet exist. And I've noticed this pattern occurs over and over. The people who create and invent, improve, and innovate are often not the people who have all the answers. They're the people who are asking questions. They notice assumptions that everyone else takes for granted. And they become curious enough to imagine alternatives. Sometimes growth comes from working harder, but it has been my experience that growth also begins by asking, what if there's a better way? So as you go through your day, consider this. What assumption have you stopped questioning? It might be about your work, or maybe a relationship, maybe your faith, or even yourself. Maybe a little curiosity is all it takes to discover and adapt to a fresh possibility.